Angels revealed a secret last night, one you were never meant to hear. But now you must. This truth demands your full attention, and I will guide you every step of the way. Your special someone, your confidant, your heart's companion, spoke words they didn't mean to share. They thought the world was quiet. They believed their guard was up. But the moment the weight lifted from their chest, raw truth burst out. I stood inches away. I heard every tremor in their voice. I saw every line of fear and release on their face. It wasn't a slip or a careless quip. It was a confession forged in secrecy, and it ripped apart the comfortable story you'd been telling yourself. For weeks, maybe months, you've sensed something amiss. You felt the tension in their smile, the distance in their touch, the hesitance behind their "I love yous." Last night, all that suspicion collided with reality. They admitted the unthinkable. They laid bare a hidden heart. They shattered the illusion. And now you know the truth, so raw it stings, so real it burns, but also powerful enough to set you free. Brace yourself. This revelation changes everything. Let's dive in, piece by piece, until every shadow lifts and you stand face to face with the clarity you deserve. It wasn't casual. It wasn't a joke. They weren't testing the waters, they meant every word with brutal honesty. That's why I couldn't stay silent. They confessed to faking it, faking their feelings, faking the connection, faking the care, in a way that stabbed at the heart of everything you believed. The love you thought was true, the bond you held sacred, stood on quicksand. Let me rewind to last night. They met an old flame, someone from their past whose face stirred both comfort and regret. At first, they laughed together, trading stories and memories as if picking up where they left off. But then something snapped. In the hush that followed their easy chatter, your special person's guard dropped. Vulnerability flooded in, raw and unforgiving, and the hidden truth exploded out. They didn't stumble over their words. They didn't couch it in excuses. They said, "I've been pretending." Not just once, but over and over, pretending to feel what they didn't feel, pretending to cherish what they never truly cherished. They spoke with the calm certainty of someone ready to let go of a lie they'd carried too long. I stood feet away, frozen by the weight of their admission. I wasn't supposed to hear it, but I did, and in that moment, the ground shifted under your feet. If I hadn't been there, you'd still be trapped in a fairy tale built on someone else's falsehood. You'd still clutch illusions instead of truth, starving your heart of the honesty it craves to grow. Now, I hold their confession in my hands, a truth jagged enough to hurt, powerful enough to set you free. You deserve this clarity. You deserve to see the full picture, the shining highs and the hidden cracks. This is the crossroads where pain meets liberation. I won't guess who they were with or why their words poured out then. Those details matter less than the revelation itself. What matters is that they admitted to faking it, not with anger, not with shame, but with weary resignation, as if they'd been waiting for permission to spill their soul. That moment changed everything, for them, for you, for the road ahead. Maybe they blurted it out by accident. Maybe they longed to unburden themselves. Either way, the lie is exposed and cannot be rewound. Now the choice is yours. Do you want the full story? Do you dare to hear exactly what they said, even if it crushes you? If you're ready, I'll walk with you through every brutal detail, repeating their words with compassion and clarity. But before we go deeper, inhale slowly. Let the shock fade into resolve, Imagine a gentle hand on your shoulder, steady, unwavering, because I'm here not to judge but to guide you toward the light. Last night's confession was no dramatic outburst, it was a quiet earthquake in their heart. Each word, each pause, shook loose the secrets they'd buried. I heard it all, the trembling syllables, the ragged breaths, the stones of guilt falling from their chest. These weren't crafted lies or defensive deflections, they were the pure, naked truth of a heart at its breaking point. And now that truth is yours. It might sting, it might shatter every dream you've built, but it also arms you with the power to rebuild, on rock instead of sand. You're not alone in this. Together, we'll face what was hidden, step into the clarity you deserve, and carve out a path forward that honors your worth, and the honest love your heart truly needs. They said, "I'm just faking my feelings for her." Those exact words cut through the night like a blade, no paraphrase, no sugarcoating. I heard that confession in a heartbeat when they thought the world was silent. The air crackled with the weight of their truth. Even I froze, stunned by the raw honesty. There was no anger, no malice, only the exhausted resignation of someone who's carried a lie too long. Now, I hand that truth to you. I know this revelation slams into your heart. I know how fiercely you've held onto them, how your thoughts drift to their smile, how your dreams entwined with theirs, how your nights spun with questions. You've wrestled with doubt, replayed every pause and glance, lost sleep fearing their love had slipped away. Now you see they're not sincere in their current relationship. They're performing for someone else, pretending. And that someone else, it isn't you. It's the third party whose name you barely know but whose presence you've sensed like a shadow on your joy. It's the one you glimpsed in photos, the one who stirred that chill in your spirit. It's her, and they're faking something with her that they never felt with you. That truth shifts the ground beneath you. The fear you carried, that their heart belonged to another, is real but incomplete. Their heart never truly abandoned you. Still, they've become entangled in a counterfeit affair, a detour that drags them farther from their real path. This false relationship isn't love, it's a distraction, a heavy chain that muffles their voice and stalls their return. They're stuck in a web of their own making, not because they don't care about you, but because they don't know how to break free. That's why this message had to break through the silence now. This can't drag on. Today is the deadline for your heart's clarity. You deserve to walk in the bright light of truth, not linger in the half shadows of someone else's pretense. You deserve freedom. You deserve peace. So here's our next move. We'll pray together, not to coerce their heart, but to shatter the cords of falsehood that bind them. We'll call down courage to sever those ties and sweep away confusion. We'll clear a straight path for their heart to come back home, and for yours to finally rest. Stand with me now and prepare to claim the clarity and strength that truth alone can bring. Let's pause. Breathe. Let your spirit find stillness, even if your heart still trembles. As we enter into this prayer, don't recite these words, release them. Let them rise from the rawest part of your soul, where your wounds bleed quietly, and where your deepest hope still dares to whisper. Feel every word. Let it shake the dust off the truth inside you. Father in heaven, you saw it all. You were there, yes, Lord, you stood in the quiet, sacred shadows when he thought no one else could hear. You didn't miss a single syllable. You heard him say it, I'm just faking my feelings for her. And that moment, so still, so heavy, was not hidden from you. And now, thanks to your mercy, it's no longer hidden from me. Thank you, Father. Thank you for breaking the silence. Thank you for sending your angel, for carrying this truth into the light, for refusing to let me drown in lies. You didn't leave me guessing. You didn't leave me building castles out of illusions. You brought me truth, unfiltered, unedited, undeniable, because you knew it was time. You knew I needed it to finally breathe again. Lord, I won't pretend this is easy. I'm standing in the wreckage of what I thought was real. I don't understand why He chose another road. I don't understand why He let someone else fill the space I once held. But here's what I do understand: you are still God. You see what I don't. You know the secret threads I'll never trace. You see the battlefield behind every decision. And even when I couldn't feel it, you were guarding my heart the entire time. Today, I make a choice. I lay it down. I lay down every ounce of confusion that has strangled my peace. I release the anger that tried to rot my joy. I release the jealousy, the silent comparisons, the whispered doubts that crept in like poison. I lay the fear at your feet, the fear that I wasn't enough, that I lost, that I'm alone. I give you the heaviness that's pressed against my chest for too long. Father, take it, burn it away, wash me clean, scrub out the bitterness, drown the sorrow, and in its place, pour peace, real peace, into every aching corner. But Lord, I won't cling to a fantasy. If He's not mine, if this love was only a chapter, not the whole book, then give me the strength to close it. Help me walk away with my dignity intact and my soul upright. Let me walk out with grace, not bitterness, not rage, not revenge. Let me walk like a daughter held by heaven. Let me walk like a woman you have crowned with purpose. But Lord, if He is mine, if His heart still pulses with my name, if His soul still aches for the connection that was once holy between us, then I ask you boldly, make a way. Do what only you can do. Shatter every false tie. Burn every counterfeit bridge. Wipe away every distraction. Tear down every wall He's built in fear. Break through the confusion and call Him back to truth. Call Him back to His real heart. Call Him back to love. Call Him back to me. I won't chase. I won't beg. I won't lower my worth to fit into someone else's lie. I won't fight wars you never called me to fight. But I will stand. I will trust. I will speak faith when everything looks hopeless. I will believe, not in Him, not in the outcome, but in you. Because you are the one writing this story. Whatever comes next, I know it's working for my highest good. I am not alone. You are beside me. You are my defender. You are my shelter. You are the fire in my spirit and the calm in my storm. With you, I cannot be shaken. Even in heartbreak, I will rise. Even in sorrow, I will shine. Even in this long, aching wait, I will grow. Because you never walk away from me. So today, Father, I declare it boldly. I claim healing. I claim revelation. I claim the peace that surpasses understanding. I surrender the agony of what could have been, and the fear of what might still come. I reject despair. I reject delay. I reject lies. And I say yes to your light. I say yes to your plan. I say yes to the kind of love that can only come from your hand. Pure, true, honest, sanctified love. Not the version I tried to hold together, but the love you designed from the beginning. I trust you, and I say amen. If this prayer reached deep into your soul, if you felt something shift, know that this moment wasn't random. Heaven planned it. God aligned it. Every tear, every question, every ache led you here, not just to find answers, but to find peace. There is power in knowing the truth. There is strength in surrender. And there is a future still overflowing with love, waiting just beyond this valley. Please, if this message spoke to your heart, help us reach others who need this truth. Like this video, share it with someone who needs clarity, and support us by clicking Super Thanks below. Your kindness keeps this message flowing. You can support up to $20 and help spread light where darkness once lived.